Hello and welcome to Kathy's Corner. My name is Kathy Holt. I am a partner and trainer with Stewardship Resources, LLC. Church and clergy payroll is a very specialized area. And today I want to talk to you about how church and clergy payroll is different from normal business payroll. First, let's talk about pastors' payroll. Pastors are dual status employees. They are the only ones in the IRS code like that. And what dual status means is they are employees of the church for federal and state wage purposes, which means they receive a W-2, not a 1099. They are self-employed for Social Security and Medicare wage purposes, which means that Social Security and Medicare taxes are not withheld from their check and then matched by the church. Now, because of the self-employment part of their dual status, pastors pay self-employment tax as part of their personal income tax return. That is their Social Security and Medicare taxes. That is, of course, unless they have gone through the official process of opting out of Social Security and Medicare. Now, pastors also have the tax benefit of housing allowance payments. Now, a very important part of that is there must be signed and dated official documentation of the amount or percentage that they're going to be paid for their housing allowance payments before those payments are made. Okay, what about withholding taxes from the pastor's paycheck? Is the church required to do so? Well, because of the dual status of the pastor, the churches are not required to withhold taxes from the paycheck. Many pastors choose to make quarterly estimated tax payments, just as other self-employed persons would do. Churches can withhold federal or state taxes as a service to the pastor if requested by the pastor. Churches can also withhold self-employment tax as federal tax, again, if requested by the pastor. Now, the pastor has to give them the amount to withhold because tax tables do not work for the pastors. Let's talk about the staff payroll. Now, staff members are not 1099 vendors or independent contractors, which means they do not receive a 1099. They do receive a W-2 form. Are churches required to withhold taxes from staff employee paychecks? Churches are required to withhold Social Security and Medicare taxes. And churches are required to withhold federal and state taxes per the federal and the state W-4 forms that have been filled out by their employees. Churches are exempt from paying federal or state unemployment taxes. Let's talk about payments to volunteers. Volunteers are a very important part of our churches. We love our volunteers. We love to honor them for the service they provide. However, how they are honored can actually change their status from volunteer to employee. If volunteers are compensated with cash, gift cards, or a tangible gift that is not de minimis per IRS standards, they are considered employees. Why? Well, the reason this person is getting a gift or a payment is because they provided a service to the church. Now, the IRS doesn't care what the payment is called. You can call it a gift, a stipend, honorarium. They don't care whatever name you put on it, the IRS considers the payment as taxable income. Now, remember, when you pay a person for providing a service, the IRS considers them as one of two things. They are either an employee who would get a W-2, or they're an independent contractor who could get a Form 1099. And they are only an independent contractor if they truly have a business doing the service they provided to your church, and the church is just one of their customers. Now, if you're planning to pay $100 or more in a calendar year to a volunteer, tax withholding rules do apply. And the reason for the $100 mark is that Social Security and Medicare taxes being withheld and matched by the church come into play if you plan to pay somebody $100 or more for the year. Hopefully you can see how church and clergy payroll is different from normal business payroll. Pastors are employees, but only employees for federal and state wage purposes. They are self-employed for Social Security and Medicare wage purposes. Volunteers can be considered employees if they are paid an annual total of $100 or more, and the fair market value of non-cash gifts are included in that $100 total. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you today. If you're interested in learning more about church and clergy payroll, check out the helpful resources and other videos in the information section below. As always, if you have any questions or need help, please feel free to contact me at the phone number or the email address below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, God bless you and have a fantastic day.